by forever, mystical, mythical, multiple dimensional lullaby. By beloved speaks, your love is sweeter than wine, and your name is perlume. Poured out. A lover speaks, a garden enclosed is my sister, my spouse. A spring shut up, a fountain sealed, a fountain of gardens, a well of flowing waters and streams from Lebanon. Of a beloved that speaks, and let my beloved come into this garden and eat his pleasant fruits. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is me. He feedeth among the lilies. He brought me to a banqueting house, and his banner over my love. Over me was love. I sat down under his shadow, and his fruit was sweet to my taste. The lover speaks about art, all fair, my love. There is no spot in thee. The joints of thy thighs are like jewels, the work of a cunning workman's hands. Thy stature is like to a palm tree, and thy breast two clusters of grapes, until the day break and the shadows flee away. I will get me to the mountains of Myra and the hills of frankincense. I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine. At night on my bed I long for my only love. I sought her, but did not find her. I sleep, but my heart wakes. Listen, my lover, knock and open, my friend, my dove, my perfect one. My hair is wet, drenched with the dew of night. I rose to open to my love, my fingers moist with rhythm of Myra, sweet flowing Myra. On the door bolt I opened to my love, but she had slipped away. Wind on a bob white in the afternoon sun. By ceasing the question of the sun, I have become the light, a bird, and when my leaves sing, I am earth. All these lighted things grow from my heart. A tall spare pine stands like the initial of my first name. When I had one, when I had a spirit, when I was on fire, when the valley was made out of fresh air, you spoke my name, and naming your silence, oh sweet rational worship. I am earth. My heart's love bursts with hay and flowers. I am a lake of blue air in which my own appointed place, a field and valley stand reflected. I am earth. Out of my grass heart rises the bob white. Out of my nameless weeds is foolish worship. I honor the God and Goddess, eternal parents of the cosmos. A lover out of boundless love takes the form of the beloved. What beauty, both are made of the same nectar and share the same food of supreme love. They swallow each other up one with wanting, but separate again for the joy of being two. They sit in one place, petals of the same blossom, covered in one garment of light. From the beginning of time, they have been together like this, revealed in divine love. I am the difference between them, which they have created to enjoy this world. But with one glimpse of their intimacy, I merge back into the bliss of their union. Without that God, there is no goddess. Without that goddess, there is no God. How sweet the nectar of their love. The entire universe is too small to contain them, yet they dwell happily together in my heart, and the tiniest particle of this world, out of our pure emptiness, she gives rise to the entire world. Everything depends on her, yet she exists only because of him. Her from is the whole world. It is the glory of God made manifest. God himself created her form. God himself became that form, seeing herself beautifully adorned. She could not bear that he might have less than she, so she adorned him with every name and form in the universe, merged in unity. There was nothing to do, so Shakti, the bringer of good fortune, created this world for the sake of divine play. She reveals his splendor by melting herself and becoming everything, and he glorifies her by hiding himself completely out of his great love to see her. He becomes the seer of the universe. If he could not watch her play. Her would have no reason to exist to meet her call. He takes on the form of the whole universe without her. He remains naked. He is so mysterious and subtle, but that while apparent, he cannot be seen. It is her by her grace alone that he comes into being. She awakens him and serves him a feast the size of the universe with great delight. He swallows up every dish and also the one who serves him while he is asleep. Then she gives birth to all that exists and all that does not exist. While she is asleep and he has no form at all. Look, he is hidden and cannot be found without her. Each revealing the other, embracing her. Shiva enjoys his own blissful vow. All the joy of the world belongs to him. There is no joy without her. She is his very form, but her radiance comes from him. Blended into once, they enjoy the nectar of their own union. Shiva and Shakti are one, like air and wind, like gold and its luster. Shiva and Shakti cannot be separated. They are like musk and its fragrance, like fire and heat, and the light of the sun. There is no difference between night and day, and the light of the supreme truth. There is no difference between Shiva and Shakti. Shiva and Shakti envy the primordial sound horn because they are seen as two, while the sound horn is always regarded as one. Janadava says, I honor the unit of Shiva and Shakti who devour this world of name and form like a sweet dish. All that remains is the one embracing each other. They merged into one. Your moon-faced love had never guessed that part in hers. Radha is tortured, dreading you will leave. Love has robbed her of all power. She sinks, clasping the ground. Birds call. Startled though she wakes, only to brood again. The tears wash the makeup from her breast. Her arms grow thin, her bracelets slide to the ground. Red Haas, a head drops in grief. Her fingers scar the earth, bleeding your name. The coins in the hand can't be stolen, but who can rob this body of its own treasure? The last shred of clothing can be stripped away, but who can peel off emptiness, pure nakedness, covering all fools while I dress him into a jasmine lord's morning light. I cannot be shamed. What would you have me hide under silk and the glitter of jewels? No one knows my invisible life pain and managed for Rama. Our wedding bed is high up in the gallows. Meeting him, the dark healer, is a world of hurt and joy. I love the man who takes care of cows, cow herd, and dancer. My eyes are drunk, worn out from making love. With him we are one. I am now his dark color. People notice me, point fingers at me. You see my desire. Since I'm walking about like a lunatic, I'm wiped out, gone. Yet no one knows I live with my prince. The cow herd, the palace can't contain me. I leave it behind. I couldn't care less about gossip or my royal name. I'll be with him in all of his gardens. I am mad with love, and no one understands my plight. Only the wounded understand the agonies of the wounded when the fire rages in the heart. Only the jeweler knows of the value of the jewel, not the one who lets it go. In pain I wander from door to door, but cannot find a doctor. Says Myra, hearken my master. Myra's pain will subside when Cheyenne, the beautiful blue-eyed Lord, comes to heal me. Myra danced with ankle bells on her feet. People said Myra was mad. My mother-in-law said I ruined the family reputation. Raina sent me a cup of poison, and Myra drank it, laughing. I dedicated my body and soul at the feet of Hari, my beloved Krishna. I am thirsty for the nectar of his glance. Oh, friend, understand the body is like the ocean, rich with hidden treasures. Open your innermost chamber, and light this lamp within the body of our gardens, rare flowers, peacocks, the inner music within the body, a lake of bliss. Oh, on it, the white soul swans take their joy. Ever since I saw the beloved's face, its lines have etched themselves on my heart. I still nurse the wound of separation within me. It has left me broken, flowing tresses. May be a snare and a net. Those are pagan tresses whose allure like a bowl has sprung from the head, bogged in the heart. When an ego is erased, duality disappears. God's lover is himself God. This is the heart's only home. The heart is the lover in the heart. O seeker, you make a show of public worship, then claim your share of desires. The true lover carries within him and seeker the name of God. Strange are the ways of the enlightened ones. They weep and laugh in one breath. A scorn on the lip, grace in the heart, profanity on the tongue. Praise in the heart. Some says God dwells in the temple. Others put him in the mosque. What do you seek around? Ignorant run. Realize, oh, my God is within you. Allah, if I worship you for fear of hell, then may I burn there. If I worship you in hope of paradise, may I never find it. But if I worship you for your own sake, let me be filled with your eternal beauty in my soul. There is a temple, a shrine, a mosque, a church. Prayer should bring us to an altar where no walls or names exist. Is there not a religion of love where the sovereignty is illuminated nothing, where ecstasy gets poured into itself and becomes lost, where the wing is fully alive but has no mind or body? In my soul there is a temple, a shrine, a mosque, a church that dissolve in God. Would you come if someone called you by the wrong name? I wept because for years he did not enter my arms. Then one night I was told a secret. Perhaps the name you call God is not really his. Maybe it is just an alias. Perhaps the name you call God is not really his. Maybe it is just an alias. I thought about it and came up with a pet name for my beloved. I never mentioned to others. All I can say is its works. Brothers, my peace is envy, my aloneness. My beloved is alone with me there always. I have found nothing in all the worlds that could match his love. This love, that heart rose the sands of my desert. If I come to die of desire, and my beloved isn't still not satisfied, I would live in eternal despair to abandon all that he has fashioned and hold in the palm of my hand, certain proof that he loves me. That is the name and the goal of my search. Light will someday split you open, even if your life is now a cage. Little by little, you will turn into stars. Little by little, you will turn into the whole sweet, amorous universe. Love will surely burst you wide open into an unfettered, booming new galaxy. You'll become so free in a wonderful secret and pure love that flows from a conscious one pointed infinite light. Even then, my dear beloved, will have fulfilled just a fraction of a promise he wrote upon your heart. For a divine seed, a crown of destiny is hidden and sown on an ancient fertile plant. You hold the title to. Oh, look again within yourself, for I know you were once the elegant host to all the marvels in creation. When your soul begins to ever bloom and laugh and spin in eternal ecstasy, and for no reason I start skipping like a child. For no reason I turn into a leaf that is carried so high. I kiss the sun's mouth and dissolve, and for no reason a thousand birds choose my head for a conference table. Start passing their cups of wine and their wild song books all around, and for every reason in existence I begin to eternally laugh and love. When I turn into a leaf and start dancing, I run to kiss our beautiful friend, and I still dissolve in the truth that I am. Just sitting right there, right now. Don't do a thing, just rest. For your separation from God is the hardest work in this world. Let me bring your trays of food and something that you like to drink. You can use my soft words as a cushion for your head. I have learned so much from God that I can't no longer call myself a Christian, a Hindu, a Muslim, a Buddhist, a Jew. The truth has shared so much of itself with me that I can no longer call myself a man, a woman, an angel, or even pure. Soul love has befriended half these so completely has turned to ash, and freed me of every concept and image my mind has ever known. The earth braces itself for the feet of a lover of God about to dance. The sky becomes timid when a saint starts waving his arms in joy, for the sun, moon, and planets could all wind up rolling on the floor. My dear world and its laws are such a minute part of existence. Should not all our suffering be like this? Something just dropped from an infant's palm, sleeping against the breast of God. If I've left a mosque, for the tavern, don't preach to me. The ceremonies go on far too long, and life is too short. Now it's spring, the gentle breeze will scatter seeds in the barren earth, and the old will become young again. Minstrel, sing your melodies for this feast of love, and no more chatter of the past or future, only now. For real love, I always kept a secret. All my words sung quietly at night outside her window, and when she let me in, I took 1,000 oaths of silence. But then she said, "Oh yes," God said, "when the hell have these? Why not give the world my address? Don't surrender your loneliness so quickly. Let it cut more deep. Let it ferment and season you. Something missing in my heart tonight. It has made my eyes so soft. My voice so tender, my need for God so absolutely clear. I have 1,000 brilliant lies. For every question, how are you? I have a brilliant lie. I have 1,000 brilliant lies. For every question, what is God? If you think that the truth can't be known from words, if you think that the sun and the ocean can pass through that tiny opening called the mouth, oh, someone should start laughing. Someone should start wildly laughing now. If the falling of a hoof ever rings the temple bells, if the lonely man's final scream before he hangs himself, and the nightingale's perfect lyric of happiness all become an equal cost to dance, then the sun has at last parted its curtain before you. God has stopped playing child's games with your mind and dragged you backstage by your hair, shown to you the only possible reason for his bizarre and spectacular existence. Go running through the streets, creating divine chaos. Make everyone and yourself ecstatically mad. For the friends, beautiful open arms. Go running through this world, giving love, giving love. If the falling of a hoof upon this earth ever rings the temple bell, there is a beautiful creature living in a hole that you've dug. So at night, rhyme after rhyme after rhyme, all day and all night, inside of my head, the echoes begin spitting and rapping again. The echoes begin spitting and rapping again. My heart bleeds sultry starch from beams up high, as planted promises sprout leaves of love, blooming through a rose, haze of moonlight sigh, like balmy feathers of a diamond dove. You are the muse quenching the muted ink, like the warm essence of a bonsai dream, kissed by the rain as sparks from the sun sink, face and verses of my poetic stream. Yet the world knows not what you mean to me. You are the sauna I weave with soft swirls as pastel petals aching to breathe free, bathed in the shimmer of Juliet's pearls tonight. Meet me where the stars never die. Will be more than mere rhymes lost in the sky. You love me just a little. You never loved me alone, but you gave me soul serenity and gave my heart a song. You loved me for a moment. I found it in your eyes, but your mouth I could not capture by temptation or surprise. Sweet lips that I remember with a poignant surge of pain, as one remembers fragrance of the softly falling rain. Within this world of wonder, without warning, I feel sad. This dream, the dream I hold, still haunts me. For the kiss I never had, and your sensuous eyes render me a fool. How clumsy I become within your hand. I stutter, stumble, trying to keep cool. All this time, envisioning a scene of you and I together, palm in palm. The sun departs behind the hillsides, face and the blue and the blush of twilight. I feel calm enough to kiss your lips with lover's grace. my heart would swell. If only this were so, if even in my dreams it would come true, that you might sense within my smile a glow, the awesome, humble love I have for you. One tiny glance of regard you impart would be enough to satisfy my heart. The divinity lives beyond description. Alone a weary heart cries from its pain, desire eager for its conscription. Might truth and love turn this way again. Sweet mysteries, this life and dreams of thee yield. Fantasies, passion, I dare to share. Walk from this muse, I pray, to live in me. Concede in this my love unto your care. On lifeless shadows cast your glowing light. Bring a blessed presence to this peace. I seek rest to this solemn shade, this endless night with angelic verse. But you could only speak for seeking dreams to dream from up above. I cast my will and fate to seek your love. Honey vapor scents, travel among, seduced, tepid, as that verse. This was not a dream, for I was within the realms of reality as fate. Footsteps led my heart back to forgotten pastures. Her persona was poetic personification, yet I was lost for words. So in simple, silent souls serenaded, suppressed, and symphonies of the idyllic. A radiance of her eyes became a timeless memory of the warmth of our kiss, an eternal celestial connection. The dusk falls quickly on cerulean skies. The day morphs from ash of roses to sable. Our love's vision flashes before my eyes. Midnight romance, like an ancient fable. Charcoal sketches mender in my mind, while jasmine, absinthe, incense is burning its smoke. Evokes passions, clearly defined porcelain, skin blushes with love's yearning. Obsidian, ebony, eyes that gleam, pleading to quench needy soulful desire, beckoning me to unite in the dream willingly. I rush to put out the fire. My mind's eyes sees quivering crimson lips as love drips from ivory fingertips. A poetry she'll seduce with her eyes. Pens will desire to praise her charming guise, but to be cautious, she'll treat you like her book. Explore each chapter with her detailed look. Drain your ink, smoking pages into fire. Drink your spirit like a bloodthirsty vampire. But now it seems she may have met her match. Poets whose heart she's struggling to snatch. He holds scriptures she's never read before. Each muse and leaves her yearning to feel more. A heartbreaker who gives no man a chance. Dream maker who leaves woman in a trance. A modern day Samson and Delilah. A spiritual soulmate who could tame her in a realm of love. You are the awe of mystique, musings of smiting soul passions, bespeak when glances, romantic lure, enamored night, to dance of fantasies, moonlit revelries, ignite, waltzing with stars, opaline skies, smiles endearing, emanate from your eyes, beaming massive, esoteric, buying to explore secrets of heartbeats, extolling echoes of your adulating presence as tomorrow's dreams soar to domains heavenly croons of love's implore, infatuated by aroma, your redolent vibes impact, a bloom, an elixir of the rose inside my heart. Please keep this dream in my lost life. Remove painful stain and life filled with strife. Let her dance and sing another sweet tune as I hold her under this merciful God's moon. And I spit so many poems that you don't see the end of. Up in a purple poem, cemetery mangled in of my maroon mind. A tangerine tangles of wasted time. A violet vines of not good enough. A tall teal trees of unreturned love. Winged words, white like albino leaves, fallen to their death from teal tree, fallen for your death to my poetry. A bass treble cleft, left in green cerebral dream, unsung songs, made love seem alongs, gone wrong, made in a maroon lust, but somehow I managed to hold on to it. Maybe it will be reborn as a chocolate kiss, a rainbow reflection of historical views. A future endeavors, red spice ensued, in the sea of love, reflection of the night. A wave moves out mischievous foes, the goddesses of fate that bend our paths toward our destiny. They tempt us, set in traps with different bait. Like fools, we complicate simplicity. Each turn we take is draped in mystery. A lucky choice builds up our confidence, then fate reminds us, oh so subtly, again we're on the wrong side of the fence. The twists and turns of life offer suspense. We see our big breakup around the bend, but fate knows that for love there's no defense. Next thing you know, you've turned down a dead end. Fate has control of destiny, it seems. Don't let that stop you from chasing down your dreams, it seems. I lay down a lazy Sunday afternoon, the first winds from the north blowing snow like a blanket upon our souls. I fall asleep in a haze of dreams, wherever she appears, and forgive the obvious. The woman of my dreams never undressed mind or nor body. Here in my delusion, I beg for her start. Tears roll down upon her chest. I whisper softly, tell me, you are my twin in coldness of the night. Entwined, we breathe slowly in silence. Words have flowed like the tears of the past. I hold on in love and desperation and ecstasy. I caress her hair and whisper by name. When I woke another sad day, Mama, don't take my breath away. My only chance to love and play. I know you're hurting, I can tell. Mama, don't give up on me as well. I long to touch your face, feel the beauty of your grace. I dream one day to see you smile. Mama, don't ever say goodbye. How do I answer what is love? It's part hope, part apparition. But what love truly is kind of defies any definition. Have you ever felt so alive that it was almost too extreme and caught up in passion's drive? Have you ever left yourself dream? Have you ever stolen a kiss that left you floating on a cloud and filled with spontaneous bliss? Have you ever shouted out loud? Have you ever danced on the air or felt warm and gooey inside? And when jealous eyes gawk and stare, have you ever strutted with pride? Have you ever for once felt whole, fallen head over heels in love, and felt such warmth within your soul that it rivals heaven above? To my terror of roots, my allegiance I bow. I wallow in your fruits, and to your flag I bow. Dream not till wake of dawn. Beaming sunlight I wait, but burst of glee of no born the feels of the soul state. Of the soul's sake, all chills into my spine as your hymn and pride, son. For home and peace I pine, in love never be swung. I'll cut my pen, you turn in a fine rhyme and word, as no quill longs to learn. Inking with grace and verve, before the day turned into night. You I saw, what an awesome sight! A smile of the eye of love and light, a lovesome theme. My dream did spit right up high, blazed pink arc of the sky, spark of joy and purple dye, a gleeful vibe of sun's goodbye. When love in your eyes, moon did fly. You are my love, our dream come true. Perfume breaths of rosy breeze, a lyrical refrain of redolent winds, enamoring your pulse of lawn and compose harmonies, euphonic, strumming vessels of heartbeats. When nightingales sing the song of Eve, a buoyant river rushes to sea, giggling stream, green and prairies, voice and passions of iridescent spring. Indeed, when air brushed, stars croon, my soul sways lie to the moon, lost in twinkling tune, seeking for rose light from palm reveries tonight, questioning twilight. And am I not fine art, metered refrain to restart music of your heart? But will rivers heed thoughts that stream in neon fields of teal auroras, swirling and twirling liminal rhythms of a warm astral, spirits cloaked in sage. In silence I dream, in a bed of lit clouds, of you, me, and my love. Meet me when sky paints pink on mauve eve. I'm boused in love, I'm boused in love with blue sapphires, lured by kiss of romantic night. Rhyme after rhyme, and twilight amber, and beams enamored, bedazzles your dream as horizon gleams of lapis lazuli. I stand close with a fistful of flowers, my tiny banquet made of dandelion dreams. It seems the night is a barren from inland to sea, but I am the one who loves you. You are not alone. Well, there I go, spitting I ran the notes into my phone. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. Well, there I go.